Chapter 4. Cain and Abel. 1 And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived, and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. 2 And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. 3 And in process of time it came to pass, that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. 4 And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. 5 But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. 6 And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? 7 If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. 8 And Cain talked with Abel his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. 9 And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? 10 And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. 11 And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. 12 When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. 13 And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. 14 Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass, that every one that findeth me shall slay me. 15 And the Lord said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. 16 And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. 17 And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived, and bare Enoch. And he builded a city, and called the name of the city, after the name of his son, Enoch. 18 And unto Enoch was born Arad, and Arad begat Mehujael, and Mehujael begat Methusael, and Methusael begat Lamech. 19 And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. 20 And Adah bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle. 21 And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ. 22 And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. 23 And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, Hear my voice. Ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech. For I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. 24 If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. 25 And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God, said she, hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. 26 And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord.
Explanation and understanding of Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 4 continues the narrative of human history after the expulsion from the Garden of Eden and explores the story of Cain and Abel, the first 2 sons of Adam and Eve. Birth of Cain and Abel. Eve gives birth to 2 sons, Cain and Abel. Cain becomes a farmer, and Abel becomes a shepherd. Offerings to God. Both Cain and Abel bring offerings to God. Abel offers the firstlings of his flock, while Cain offers fruits of the ground. God accepts Abel's offering but does not respect Cain's offering. Cain's jealousy and murder. Cain becomes angry and jealous when God favors Abel's offering. In a fit of jealousy, Cain lures Abel into the field and murders him. God's questioning and punishment. God questions Cain about Abel's whereabouts, to which Cain responds with a famous phrase, Am I my brother's keeper? God then punishes Cain, making the land unproductive for him and making him a wanderer. Cain's fear and mark of protection. Cain expresses fear that others will kill him in retribution for Abel's murder. God puts a mark on Cain to protect him, promising sevenfold vengeance for anyone who harms him. Cain's descendants. The chapter goes on to detail the descendants of Cain, including the founding of a city and the development of various skills and crafts. Birth of Seth. Adam and Eve have another son, Seth, to replace Abel. Through Seth, the godly line continues. Beginning of worship. The chapter concludes by noting that during the time of Seth's son Enos, people began to call upon the name of the Lord, signifying the beginning of organized worship and a return to seeking God's guidance. Genesis chapter 4 illustrates themes of human sin, jealousy, and the consequences of disobedience. It also introduces the concept of divine protection and the beginnings of human civilization. Cain's story serves as a cautionary tale about the destructive power of jealousy and uncontrolled anger.